How's it going there today, everybody? This is Michael out in Maui. Aloha. So if you've been enjoying all the content that I've been putting out, I recommend subscribing to the channel. By subscribing, you'll be notified every single time I put out a new video. So today, I want to talk about reducing spin on the disc to control the disc better on an approach shot. Sometimes when you're throwing and you're playing in the wind and you're throwing your disc up for, an approach shot to the basket or putting into a headwind, it helps to reduce the spin on the disc so you have more control over the disc on how it lands. There's ways of holding the grip that people use to control the spin. Sometimes, you start with your power grip, and if you want to throw an approach shot, some guys will do a fan grip. So you either, stick the two fingers out on the bottom. I guess some guys like to put 4 fingers out on the bottom. The whole idea of the fan grip is to try to put less spin on the disc so you can control the disc better into the wind. It's the landing of the disc that you're trying to control. When you throw your disc, high spin helps the disc track as it goes through the wind. But it's when the disc slows down, as the disc slows down, there's still a lot of spin on the disc as it, comes down to the ground. That high rate of spin is what the wind can grab. So when you throw your disc, and let's say you're trying to land it, right here in front, on these right here. If I throw my disc into the headwind and it has a lot of spin, as the disc comes in and starts to slow down, because of that high rate of spin still on the disc, the wind can now make it, hook harder. So your disc might land, over here, but you're trying to get it to land, there. So by controlling the amount of spin, you're trying to get the disc to land here. So when you throw that approach shot with the fan grip, the speed of the disc, and you got less spin now because you threw it with less spin. So now as the disc slows down, and because there's less spin, the wind can't take it offline as far. Because of the slower spin, the disc is going to come down and land on your line. So that's what you're attempting to do by controlling the spin on the disc. Because, like I said, sometimes people will say, the spin of the disc helps control the disc. And yes, that's true. But it's when the disc is landing is what you're trying to control. You'll notice sometimes, like if you watch the tournaments, the pros will throw the disc down the right side of the fairway, and you can see their disc kind of slow down. Then all of a sudden the disc goes flying across the fairway to the other side of the fairway. And that's because the disc slowed down, but there was still a high rate of spin on the disc. So the wind got that and ripped the disc across the fairway. And that's kind of like what you're trying to control that from happening. And sometimes, like I said, like when you're putting, if you put into a headwind with a lot of spin, there's a chance that the wind can get under your disc, and it'll lift the disc and fly off. So you would putt the same way. You would putt with a slower rotation, trying to control the disc back into the wind. And because there's slower rotation, the wind can't maneuver or move the disc as much. And that's what the whole purpose of trying to control the spin is for. You know, it's just trying to control the landing of the disc. You know, like if I stand here and I throw my disc into this wind, like I said, I think it's pretty good wind right now. You know, good headwind. But if I throw this disc with no spin on it, it's not going to go anywhere. So it's just like this. You know, because the wind can't take it anywhere. You know, it just landed right there. We'll do the same thing. No spin at all. You can see how it just landed, you know, right there. Because like I said, the wind can't make the disc fly because there's no spin on the disc. So here's some spin. You know, I can get it way out there, barely throwing. And like I said, so no spin, the wind can't affect it. I mean, just trying to throw the disc with absolutely no spin on the disc, you know, the disc is just going to land right on the ground. So, anyways, I just recommend, you know, try it yourself, but the whole idea is to try to control the landing of the disc to be more accurate, reducing the spin. So anyways, this is Michael out in Maui. Aloha.